Hello, Sherry. This is Instructor Johnson wanting to address your question regarding the last step in the example for the question for instructors question that you sent in. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here at the very end, they ask us to determine the angle theta. Well, actually, they want us to determine the angle theta given that the cosine inverse of the given value 0.78963, and they get an approximate degrees of 37.8. So let's go ahead and take a look at that using your calculator, the nSpire. Okay, so in the nSpire itself, in the nSpire calculator, we can let me move my toolbar here. We can convert between radians and degrees in our nSpire calculator. And we can do this by going to our home screen. So if you notice, what I want you to do on your nSpire is to go to your home screen. And when you go to your home screen, I want you to go to Settings. So we're going to click on Settings here. And then in Settings, we're going to go to number 2, which is Document Settings. So I want you to select number 2 on your calculator. And here you should see float 6 in terms of digits, and then the next one down is radians. What I would like you to do is to change that from radians to degrees. Okay. So now our calculator is set up to to determine the angle in degrees and not in radians. So let's go ahead and go back to our calculator screen. So here we want to calculate the cosine of I think it was 0.78 something. We'll come back to that though. And we can do this by going to our trig functions. And then here we want to use the cosine inverse function. So we want to go ahead and select our cosine inverse function. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that number from here, which was 0.78963. So we want to calculate 0.78963, and we want to approximate it, so we hit enter, and it gives us an approximate angle of 37.8491. Now, unfortunately, there's really no other way to calculate this other than our calculators. I know you have the nSpire CX CAS. Let me know if this helped. This is so remember, we have to make sure that we convert from radian. We want the angle to be expressed in degrees, not in radians. So we want to change that setting in our calculators. And just out of curiosity, I actually want to try to do this with just see what we come out with radians. So here we're going to move this back to radians. Actually, we still want our floating point to be 6. So give me just a second here, and let's convert it to radians, and let's see what it would give us in terms of radians. Click OK. Let's go back to calculating. Okay, and let's do this again. Let's do the cosine inverse of 0.78963, and it gives us this in radians. Now this is an approximate answer. I'm wondering if we can get an exact answer. This is just me exploring now. I can't help it, so give me just a second. We'll go to Settings. We'll go to Documents, and let's see if we have any calculation mode, auto or approximate. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here though. But this is how you would calculate the angle. We really have to use our calculators to do this. So remember, we want to go to make sure that we're in a degree mode. So we want to go back to our home screen, go back to 5. Go to Document Setting, and we want to switch this from radians to degrees. So now that that's done, we want to go ahead and click on OK. Go back to our calculator, and then over here, just below our control button, there's our trig button here. So remember, our home button is where we changed our settings. Over here on the left-hand side, if you look at the calculator keys, where my cursor is, here we have the home button. Here we have the trig button. When we select trig, we want to select the cosine inverse, and then we go 0. We enter in the argument, or in this case 0.78963, and we get an approximate degree of measure of 37.491. Okay, I hope that this helped. Please let me know if you have any additional questions, and I'm actually, just on a side note, I'm getting a TI nSpire CX. I'm having fun playing with the emulator, so I'm actually going to be getting one in the next few weeks. So I hope to get that soon so that we can work on this together. So in any case, let me know if you have any other questions. Again, this calculation has to be done inside the calculator. Take care.